Hello everybody, my name is Karryshh and welcome back to another recap video. This time after a long while, I am back with another great Indonesian horror. I mean not that great, but it is based on a real story. The movie is called Haunting of Mount Gede and it's about a group of friends who goes to hike at this cursed mountain where several bad things happen. Now to all that, if you're new to my channel, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It is free for you and it is something that helps me out a lot. You can also follow me on Instagram to stay updated on the content I'm working on or in general if you want to talk to me. With that said, sit back and relax as I recap Haunting of Mount Gede, Indonesian horror. So this story begins with a girl named Maya who's about to share a real incident that once happened to her. Now the scene shifts to the past and we meet Maya and her best friend Ita. The two of them are out enjoying their day, having fun, and eventually they end up at Ita's house. We learn that it's their summer break and something definitely seems off with Ita. Like in the middle of their conversation, her nose suddenly starts bleeding. Maya then decides to head home because she had to use the washroom, and for some reason, she never used the washroom at Ita's place. When Ita asks her about it, Maya just runs off, and that's when we find out that Maya always got a really dark, evil vibe from her washroom. Then while Maya is putting on her shoes, Ita walks up to her, but Maya sees something terrifying. There's an evil presence standing right behind Ita, which vanishes the very next second. And here's where a secret is revealed. Maya actually has a special ability and she can see spirits. After this, Ita went to check what Maya saw, but of course she cannot see anything, and that's when we meet Ita's mother, Priya. Later, as Maya is heading back home, we also get introduced to Ita's father, Rakib. And once Maya reaches home, we meet her family as well, but the important character here is Maya's brother Indra. He's with his 4 friends and they're planning a night to hike to a mountain called Mount Gede. Maya overhears their conversation and immediately wants to join the trip, but all of Indra's friends straight up refuses because they already know about Maya's power. One of the guys named Ukup says if Maya sees a spirit on the mountain, it could freak everyone out and that could be dangerous. Maya promises that even if she does see anything, she won't say a word about it, and eventually she convinces Indra to let her come. Then at night she asks Ita to join too, but Ita's parents are super strict and weren't going to allow her. As well as, things were getting weirder. While Ita is on the phone with Maya, her hair starts falling out badly. So yeah, clearly something's wrong with Ita. Then the next day, Maya goes over to Ita's house and talks to her parents. Maya and Ita manage to convince both Priya and Rakib to let Ita come along. The following morning, Maya goes to pick up Ita for jogging, but then it happens again. Maya sees that evil presence behind Ita and freaks out. She runs back home without saying anything, and now Ita starts hearing evil voices in her house as well. Those strange voices were coming from inside one of the rooms, but just before she could enter, her dad Rakib stopped her and didn't let her go in. It was pretty clear that something cursed was inside. Now the next day, everyone says goodbye to their families and finally heads out for their hike. But before they could leave, Rakib gives Ita a plastic bag filled with something and tells her to throw it on the mountain. Anyway, Maya and Ita were super excited. It was their first hike ever. And now this group of 7 people heads towards Mount Gede. Now as they're traveling at night, Maya starts seeing evil spirits along the roads. But Indra reminds her of the promise she made not to tell anyone if she sees something. So she keeps herself quiet. Then after a long journey, they finally reach a hostel where they'll be staying the night. But before they even step inside, Ita starts feeling intense pain in her stomach. Once they check in, everyone heads to bed early since they had to start hiking early the next morning. But late at night, Ita wakes up. The pain in her stomach has gotten worse. She wakes Maya and tells her she just got her period. Maya was shocked because in Indonesian culture, there's this belief that girls shouldn't be out in the jungle during their period. Maya suggests going back home, but Ita refuses. She didn't want to ruin the trip. Ita then goes to freshen up and clean herself, and while she's in the washroom, an evil entity suddenly snatches her undergarments right out of her hands. The demon then terrifies her so badly that she screams. Maya and Indra immediately wake up and rush to help. When they burst into the bathroom, Ita's already in a terrifying state. She looks completely possessed. The hostel owner and the rest of the group wake up as well, and they were shocked to see Ita like that. The owner then brings her a cup of hot tea which Ita gulps down in one go. Then Ita starts telling everyone that there was a demon in the bathroom and now she is scared. Hearing about this demon, the hostel owner goes pale. She explains that there was a demon on Mount Gede that used to haunt hikers, but some time ago the place had been blessed and the demon supposedly vanished. Now, she has no idea why it's back or why it's targeting Ita. After all this, Indra tells Maya that no matter what, both she and Ita need to return home the next morning. Maya agrees, but now Ita refuses to go back. She says she has to reach the top of the mountain no matter what. Then the next morning, Ita shows up acting completely fine. She tells everyone she is feeling better and she insists on going hiking, which was kind of weird, but the guys agree to take her anyway, and their hiking trip begins. Meanwhile, back at home, Ita's mother, Priya, finds a blood-stained cloth and strands of broken hair in Ita's room trash can. That's when she starts sensing something really bad is about to happen. Later, Rakib comes home and Priya shows him everything, the blood, the hair, the strange signs, and she was convinced something evil is after their daughter, but Rakib brushes her off and leaves for work. Meanwhile, back on the mountain, as they keep hiking, Ita suddenly starts having trouble breathing. Everyone stops to take a break, but suddenly, Ita starts hearing a high-pitched noise. Maya yells her name and snaps her out of it, and later the group takes another break near a lake to relax, but Ita suddenly walks off without telling anyone and heads straight to the edge of the lake. She stands there in this weird, unnatural way, and when Maya comes to get her, Ita's eyes suddenly turn wide and she grabs Maya by the throat, completely possessed. In that possessed voice, Ita warns everyone to leave now because the queen is angry. And at the same time, Maya sees the shadow of a woman hovering over the lake. It becomes clear that all the spirits and the demons of this mountain are now furious that these people have come here. But why? That will be revealed later. The guys run over and pull Ita off Maya and they save both of them. Afterward, Maya sits Ita down and tells her what just happened, that she was possessed, but Ita completely ignores her. She just grabs her bag and keeps walking, determined to continue the hike for some reason, and the group moves deeper into the forest. A little while later, Maya hears the sound of children laughing from within the jungle. Then Maya sees the spirit of an old man who wants her to take Ita back home. And then out of nowhere, a really high-pitched noise hits the whole group. It was so loud that everyone falls to the ground, screaming for their lives. And when the noise stops, everyone is shaken and terrified. It was now clear to everyone that something is definitely wrong with Ita. And the way she was looking at everyone, it's like she was possessed, as if she wasn't going to stop until she reached the top of the mountain. The group then stops again to rest. They sit Ita down and give her water, but suddenly another spirit in the jungle takes over her. Her body starts trembling violently, and then she starts laughing creepy, unsettling laughter. Back at Ita's house, Priya finds a rotten egg, and it's an omen, a bad sign of what's coming. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Maya realizes that this time the spirit possessing Ita is an old woman. Through Ita's body, the spirit keeps repeating, "Take this girl back down, she's cursed." Then Maya slaps Ita back to consciousness, and everyone starts saying that they should go home. But right then, Ita turns evil again and she growls in a demonic manner. She says to everyone that she's not going home no matter what. Now actually you see, this new spirit, the one that made her eyes turn red, seems to be the same evil force from Ita's house, and maybe that's why all the mountain spirits want Ita gone because that energy doesn't belong there. Possessed Ita then says that she has to reach the top of the mountain because this place belongs to her now. She grabs her backpack and walks ahead again. However, this time Ita is moving fast and like way too fast, and then she just disappears into the forest. Now after Ita disappeared, everyone started panicking and frantically they searched for Ita. Some of Indra's friends start arguing because none of them wanted the girls to come in the first place. Maya steps in to calm everyone down and tells them that she can see spirits around him. Then suddenly the spirits starts appearing all over Maya, and the whole group freaks out and starts running deeper into the jungle. Then after running for a while, the group finally finds Ita. She was sitting ahead on the path. Maya walks over to talk to her, and now Ita seemed normal again. She tells Maya that she wants to go home as well, but the entity inside her would not stop until she reaches the top of the mountain. Maya comforts her and promises that they will make it to the peak somehow, and that's why once again the entire group sets off for the hike. Now after climbing full day, they finally reach the top of Mount Gede. They set up their tents and settle in to rest. Ita also starts feeling a bit better now that they've reached the summit, but that relief doesn't last long. The dark force inside her takes over again. Ita collapses, she starts trembling, and everyone rushes her into a tent. They lay her down, but no one really knows what to do. So two of Indra's friends go out to look for help. After some time, they return with a local villager who knows black magic and spiritual stuff, but by now Ita's body is bleeding heavily non-stop. The man first has them change Ita's clothes, and then he began chanting prayers into her ears. The prayers stir the demon inside her, and at the same time back at her house, Priya starts hearing strange evil noises, cause after all that entity originally came from their house. For a moment, Priya even sees the shadow of that force right behind her, and meanwhile on the mountain, the prayers are really affecting Ita. Her eyes turn blood red and the veins in her face go dark, but eventually the prayers work and Ita suddenly passes out. Back at home, Priya tells Rakib everything that's just happened, but instead of listening, Rakib shuts her down, tells her to stop overthinking and locks himself in a room, making it clear that he might be involved in some kind of shady stuff. Now later that night, Maya suddenly wakes up and notices Ita is missing from the tent. She goes out searching and finds her sitting in the grass, talking to the demon inside her. When Maya tries to bring her back, Ita screams in a possessed voice. This time, Maya clearly saw the demon hovering over Ita, but Maya doesn't give up. She holds on to Ita and starts slapping her hard over and over again until the demon finally lets go. Ita snaps out of it and Maya drags her away from there. By the next morning, Ita is feeling much better. She breathes in the fresh mountain air, smiles and says she's ready to go home. But she also tells Maya something strange. She feels like one day Maya will return to this mountain and she will be crying, though she doesn't know why. And you must remember this for later. Now as the group starts making their way down, Ita begins to feel like she forgot something at the top of the mountain, but she cannot remember what it was. She keeps telling Maya that someday Maya will come back to this mountain, and when she does, she will see Ita again, and when that happens, she must take Ita with her home. Now why she is saying all this, that will be revealed in the end. Now that night, after everyone gets back home, Maya drops Ita off at her house, but something's clearly wrong. Ita looks completely possessed and Priya is stunned to see her daughter like that. Then Maya and Indra head back to their own place, but back at their place, their mother sees what looks like both of them washing their hands and legs. Even though after that scene, the doorbell rings and real Maya and Indra arrives, and this freaks their mother out. It was obvious now something evil was about to go down. Now later that night, Maya's mother wakes her up to tell her something's happening at Ita's home. They all rush over and what they find is horrifying. Ita is fully possessed. She's laughing like a maniac and her parents are terrified, thinking she brought something evil from the mountain. And they've called in an imam, which is kinda like a Muslim priest, to perform prayers. But the moment the priest starts his prayers, Ita behaves violently. She begins ripping off her own fingernails in a completely unnatural way. So now before things can get any worse, everyone everyone rushes her to the hospital, where she's given a sedative to calm her down. Priya and Rakib are beside themselves with worry, and as soon as Rakib sees Maya and Indra, he lashes out at them. In his mind, the whole thing is their fault. He even threatens to call the police. Priya manages to calm him down, but then a doctor comes out and tells him that whatever condition Ita has, it cannot be treated there in the hospital. Obviously, it makes everyone worry even more. Over the next few days, the doctors try everything they can to stabilize her, but Ita eventually stops eating. One day, Maya is sitting with her, trying to comfort her, trying to keep her spirit up, but deep down both of them are starting to feel like maybe nothing's going to get better. Maya is also trying to support Priya through it all, and that day, Priya confides in Maya. She says the doctors have given up hope. Ita isn't going to survive. A bunch of priests had come to help, but even they had given up, except one priest who said that something needs to be brought back in order to save her. Now what that something is, nobody knows, and that's when Maya remembers. It's probably the thing Ita said she forgot at the mountain's peak. Maya talks to Indra about it, but he tells her to stay away from Ita now, otherwise Rakib will actually go to the police. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Priya sees a strange man walking out of Ita's room. That very same night, Ita sees the demon again. It crawls up onto her hospital bed and terrifies her so badly. Her nose and ears starts bleeding, and from that point on, her condition gets even worse. She tells Maya everything about the demon, and not long after, Maya meets up with everyone to talk about Ita. Everyone assumes the demon must have followed Ita back from the mountain, probably cause she hiked while on her period, but Maya knows better now. She explains that the demon wasn't from the mountain, it was already with Ita before they even went. That's why the mountain spirits got so angry. In fact, Maya realizes that this was the same entity she had seen at Ita's home at the very start of this story. Then that day, Priya sees that strange man once again near the hospital, but just like before, he vanishes the next moment. Meanwhile, all of Ita's friends come to visit her to lift her spirit, but at that same time, Ita starts seeing that evil entity standing behind Maya. The thing is, Maya sees it as well, but she lies and tells Ita that there's nothing there. She didn't want to scare her friend any more than she already was. However, truthfully, Ita's condition had gotten already really critical. Now later that night, something unexpected happens. Maya hears a knock, and it's Ita at the door. Maya is surprised and happy to see her. Ita had come to return Maya's t-shirt, but her own hair was falling out so badly. She was almost bald. She tells Maya she's totally fine now and that no one needs to worry anymore. But it wasn't that simple. In the next scene, Indra bursts in and drags Maya straight to the hospital. That's when we find out Ita was already dead. The Ita who came to Maya's house, that was her spirit. At the hospital, doctors were still trying to revive her using shocks, but it was no use. In the end, poor Ita didn't make it. That demon took her for good. The scene shifts to Ita's funeral and everyone is mourning her death. They're grieving deeply, and then suddenly, Priya sees that same mysterious man again. This time he was laughing at a creepy way at that family's pain before he vanishes. Priya tells Rakib about this man, but Rakib still does nothing. Anyway, that day Ita is buried and Maya is forced to say her final goodbye to her best friend. After the funeral, Maya falls into a deep depression. She stops talking to her family and refuses to eat and shuts herself off completely. Then one night, Maya has a very specific dream. Now, if you remember how Rakib gave Ita a black pouch before the hike and told her to throw it away at the mountain, well, in that dream, Maya sees Ita tossing that pouch into the lake, the same lake where Ita was possessed for the very first time. That's when everything clicks. Maya realizes that the black pouch was the thing that Ita left behind on the mountain. Meanwhile, back at Ita's house, Priya sneaks into Rakib's secret room, and what she finds in there shocks her. It was filled with all kind of black magic items. That's when she realizes that Rakib had definitely messed with something he shouldn't have. But Rakib insists he didn't kill their daughter. He tells her a story. Actually, you see, that mysterious man they kept seeing, he used to be one of Rakib's old friends. When Rakib's business started doing really well, that friend got jealous and used black magic to ruin it. In revenge, Rakib started doing black magic as well, trying to curse him back. Rakib says it was because of his friend's curse that a demon entered their home, and eventually it latched onto Ita. That's why all those horrible things started happening to her. Then Rakib talks about a voodoo doll he once found in their garden, the same one that was inside that black pouch. He had given it to Ita, asking her to throw it away at the mountain, hoping it would take the demon away with it. But clearly that didn't work. Ita died and the demon took her. Priya is now heartbroken. She is furious at Rakib, but there is nothing anyone can do now. Ita's gone, and so is the demon. Now the scene jumps forward to the following year. Maya returns to Mount Gede in memory of her best friend, visiting the same valley where Ita once said Maya would come back and cry. And that's exactly what happens. Maya breaks down, but suddenly she sees Ita's spirit. Ita was still wandering those mountains, stuck there. After this, Maya gently brings her spirit back home, just like Ita had predicted earlier. And that's where this movie ends. Now, as the credits roll, we're shown the real Maya. She appears on screen and tells us that this story actually happened. And yes, her friend Ita, whose real name was Pramita, actually died in this exact same way. They even show us scenes from the movie that were recreated exactly the way they happened in real life. Like when Maya's mother saw her kids washing their hands before they were even home, or how blood came out from Ita's mouth right before she died, and how she got possessed on the mountain. So now you tell me in the comments, what do you think of this story? So this was the recap video of the movie Haunting of Mount Gede, and I hope you have liked this video. If you have, then please subscribe the channel and give this video a thumbs up. I really need your free support to get me further. If you want to watch this movie, there's a link to my Telegram channel in the description box. If that link does not work, just go to Telegram and put my channel's name in the search bar. How and when you can find it on Telegram will be revealed on channel, so go join that. All the links are in the description box. For now, I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, stay awake, because they always see you.